Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like a fraud, questioning your worth and capabilities? That nagging feeling that you're just pretending to be good at something, even when deep down, you know you're not. It's a heavy burden to carry, and you're certainly not alone in this struggle. This internal battle is known as imposter syndrome, a psychological pattern that whispers in your mind, insisting that you don't deserve your successes and that you don't truly belong among your peers. It manifests as an overwhelming sense of inadequacy, making you feel like a pretender in a world full of genuine talent and ability. This can lead to a heart-wrenching fear that one day, someone will pull back the curtain and expose you for the imposter you believe you are. It's a terrifying thought, and if you clicked on this video, you're likely familiar with that feeling all too well. Studies show that imposter syndrome affects a staggering number of people, transcending professions, cultures, and levels of success. You could be at the top of your game, yet still, you find yourself doubting your accomplishments, attributing your success to luck rather than your hard work and skills. But here's the truth. Acknowledging these feelings is the first step towards overcoming them. Today, we're going to explore this complex phenomenon together, focusing on the insights of Dr. Young, an expert in the field, who identifies 5 distinct types of imposter syndrome. Understanding these types can serve as a lifeline, illuminating the reasons behind those feelings of inadequacy that often lurk in the shadows. Once you recognize the roots of your feelings, you can uncover powerful strategies to confront and ultimately overcome them. So, let's embark on this journey together and dive into these 5 types, allowing you to discover which one resonates most deeply with your experiences. The first type we're going to explore is the perfectionist. If you identify with this type, you likely set unrealistically high standards for yourself, constantly striving for perfection in every task you undertake. You might find yourself replaying your performances in your mind, focusing on every little flaw or mistake, and feeling a sense of failure if you don't achieve exactly what you aimed for. This relentless pursuit of perfection can be paralyzing. You're never truly satisfied with your accomplishments because there's always that nagging thought that you could have done better. You may even avoid taking on new challenges out of fear that you won't measure up to your own expectations. If this resonates with you, it's crucial to shift your focus from unattainable standards to the progress you've made along your journey. Acknowledge that growth often comes from trial and error, and embrace the idea that imperfections are an essential part of being human. Try setting more realistic expectations for yourself and celebrate the small victories. Seeking supportive feedback from others can also be incredibly helpful, as it allows you to gain perspective and recognize your strengths. Remember, it's okay to stumble and fall along the way. These experiences are what shape you into a more resilient individual. By allowing yourself to embrace imperfections and focusing on the effort you put into your work, you can start to dismantle the overwhelming hold of perfectionism and build a healthier relationship with your achievements. Now let's dive into the second type, the natural genius. If you resonate with this type, you probably have a history of grasping new concepts quickly and effortlessly. You might feel a sense of pride in being able to pick things up easily, whether it's a new skill, a task at work, or even a hobby. However, this natural aptitude can create unrealistic expectations for yourself. You might find yourself believing that if you can't excel at something immediately, then you're not truly competent or talented. This fear of not getting things right on the first try can be incredibly stifling, leading to self-doubt and anxiety when faced with new challenges. If this sounds familiar, it's essential to recognize that embracing the learning process is key to overcoming imposter syndrome. Understand that it's perfectly okay to struggle. Every great master was once a novice who faced setbacks and challenges on their journey to success. Rather than judging yourself harshly for not knowing everything from the start, try to celebrate the learning curve and the effort you're putting in. Remember, genuine achievement requires persistent effort and dedication, and building skill is a continuous journey. Shift your perspective from the fear of failure to viewing challenges as opportunities for growth. By acknowledging that it's normal to take time to master new things, you can begin to alleviate the pressure you place on yourself and cultivate a healthier mindset toward learning and achievement. Next, we have the Superwoman or Superman. This type can be both inspiring and exhausting. If you identify with this category, you likely feel the pressure to excel in every role you take on, whether it's as a professional, a parent, a friend, or even a community member. You may often find yourself juggling multiple responsibilities at once, striving to meet not just your own expectations, but also those of others. This overwhelming desire to do it all can lead to stress, burnout, and a perpetual sense of inadequacy. You might find that you overwork yourself, pushing beyond your limits, while feeling guilty for not being able to meet everyone's demands. Think of a character like Louisa from Encanto, who appears strong and capable, but internally struggles with the weight of expectations. If this resonates with you, it's vital to acknowledge that it's okay to ask for help. Recognizing your limits is a crucial step in cultivating a healthy work-life balance. You don't have to shoulder every burden alone. Seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Prioritizing self-care and setting boundaries can help you regain control over your life and reduce the pressure you feel to be everything to everyone. Be kind to yourself when plans go awry, and remind yourself that it's perfectly acceptable to take a step back and breathe. By allowing yourself to share the load and seeking support, you can foster a more balanced life and begin to quiet the inner critic that tells you to be perfect in every role. Now, let's explore the soloist. If you resonate with this type, you likely see asking for help as a sign of weakness, equating it with failure. You may believe that you should handle everything on your own to feel a true sense of accomplishment. This mindset can be incredibly isolating and burdensome, often leading to overwhelming stress and anxiety. You might find yourself struggling to delegate tasks, fearing that relying on others will expose your perceived inadequacies. However, it's essential to understand that everyone needs help at some point, and recognizing when to ask for it is not just a smart choice. It's crucial for your mental health and overall well-being. Shifting your perspective on seeking help can be transformative. Instead of viewing it as a failure, try to see it as an opportunity to collaborate and learn from others. Remember, the most successful individuals often rely on a support system, recognizing that teamwork can lead to greater achievements. By allowing yourself to reach out and ask for assistance, you not only lighten your load, but also foster meaningful connections with others. This can help break down the walls of isolation that the soloist often builds around themselves. Embrace the idea that you don't have to do everything alone. In fact, sharing the journey can lead to richer experiences and deeper relationships. Now let's delve into the final type, the expert. If you identify with this category, you probably hold yourself to an impossibly high standard of knowledge and competence. You might believe that to be truly worthy in your field, you must know everything there is to know. Any gap in your expertise can leave you feeling exposed, as though you're standing naked in front of your peers. This can lead to an overwhelming sense of inadequacy, especially if you find yourself comparing your knowledge to that of others who seem more experienced or accomplished. You may feel paralyzed by the fear that others will uncover your secret of not knowing it all. If this resonates with you, it's vital to remember that nobody has all the answers. In fact, the most successful individuals are often those who embrace the journey of continuous learning and growth. It's perfectly okay to admit that you don't know something. It doesn't diminish your worth or skills. Instead, it opens the door for new opportunities to learn and grow. Challenge the belief that you need to be an expert at everything. Instead, focus on your strengths, your unique experiences, and the knowledge you bring to the table. Recognize that asking questions and seeking guidance is not a weakness, but rather a powerful step toward personal and professional growth. By shifting your mindset, you can free yourself from the self-imposed pressures that come with being an expert, and instead celebrate the learning process, fostering resilience and confidence along the way. Now that we've explored the 5 types of imposter syndrome, let's take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Do you find yourself relating to any of these categories? Perhaps you see fragments of yourself in more than one type, and that's completely normal. The truth is, feeling like an imposter is a common struggle that transcends professions, backgrounds, and achievements. You are not alone in grappling with these feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Acknowledging that these emotions exist is a crucial first step in your journey towards self-acceptance and personal growth. It's vital to understand that recognizing your imposter syndrome type allows you to tailor strategies specifically designed to address your unique challenges. This isn't just about labeling yourself. It's about gaining insight into your tendencies and patterns. Once you have this awareness, you can start to challenge those negative thought patterns that fuel your insecurities. You can replace the harmful belief that you're not good enough with a more empowering narrative, one that celebrates your achievements, acknowledges your hard work, and embraces your journey of growth. Remember, it's not about erasing self-doubt entirely. It's about learning to coexist with it and not letting it dictate your self-worth or hold you back from pursuing your dreams. Embrace this opportunity to challenge yourself and shift your perspective. As you reflect on your journey, it's also essential to recognize that the path to overcoming imposter syndrome is not a linear one. There will be ups and downs, moments of triumph intertwined with periods of doubt. But every step you take toward understanding and addressing these feelings is a victory in itself. Building confidence takes time, patience, and, most importantly, compassion for yourself. One effective strategy is to keep a journal where you can document your achievements, no matter how small, and reflect on the hard work that led to them. Celebrate those moments. Write down the positive feedback you receive from others, as well as the times when you pushed through your fears and stepped outside your comfort zone. This practice will help you create a tangible reminder of your capabilities and reinforce the truth that you are deserving of your successes. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals who uplift and encourage you is also crucial. Share your feelings with trusted friends or mentors who can offer perspective and reassurance. Remember, it's okay to lean on others. In fact, it's a strength to build a network of support. The more you engage in these positive practices, the more you can challenge and diminish the power of imposter syndrome in your life. Embrace the journey, recognizing that every step forward is a step toward reclaiming your self-worth and confidence. As we approach the end of our exploration, it's important to underscore a powerful truth. You are not defined by your insecurities. Instead, you are a unique individual with a wealth of experiences, skills, and insights that contribute to your worth. Remind yourself that even the most accomplished people have faced feelings of inadequacy at some point in their lives. Those nagging doubts don't negate your achievements. They are simply part of the human experience. Embrace the idea that everyone at some point has felt like they didn't belong or feared being exposed as a fraud. It's a universal struggle, and acknowledging this can be liberating. When those feelings of imposter syndrome resurface, take a moment to pause and breathe. Ground yourself in the present and remind yourself of your journey. Reflect on the obstacles you've overcome and the growth you've achieved. Practice positive affirmations that reinforce your value and abilities. Speak to yourself with the kindness and understanding you would offer a friend facing similar doubts. By shifting your internal dialogue, you can gradually transform the narrative from one of self-doubt to one of empowerment. Allow yourself to embrace your strengths and vulnerabilities alike. They coexist within you, shaping who you are as a person and professional. As we wrap up this exploration of imposter syndrome, I want to leave you with this thought. Acknowledging your feelings is just the beginning. Each of us has the power to rewrite our internal narratives and redefine our self-worth. So I encourage you to take what you've learned today and put it into practice. Challenge those negative thoughts and take small, courageous steps towards embracing your authentic self. If you found value in this video, please hit the like button and share it with someone who might also be struggling with feelings of inadequacy. Let's create a community where we uplift one another and break free from the chains of self-doubt. Don't forget to subscribe to Silent Solution Hacks and click the notification bell so you never miss an opportunity to empower yourself with more valuable content like this. Before we go, I want to leave you with a question. What's one small step you can take today to challenge your own imposter syndrome? Reflect on this and remember, you're not alone on this journey. Thank you for watching, and let's continue to support each other as we rise above our doubts together.